You don't deal with that? If you can't deal with that son of a bitch in the mirror that's destroying all your opportunities and possibilities, you're going to always be angry. You're always going to be confused. You're always going to be oppressed. You're always going to be stuck. You're always going to be unhappy. You're always going to be broken. You're always going to feel anxious and mad and everything else. And I'm really talking to people that are tired of sitting around being mad. I'm really talking to those who are saying like, maybe there's actually a solution to this problem. Maybe black people aren't supposed to be broke all the time. Maybe there are things we can do to prevent that. So circling back on the Shikari thing, this fight, this thing with her boyfriend, I thought about it. I said, man, this is so sad. She's forgotten. She's so mad right now. She's forgotten that she's world famous. She's forgotten that he was one of the fastest human beings on the planet. This man used to hold the world record in the 100-meter dash. I mean, first of all, just imagine how fast their children would have been. That right there would be amazing. The kids alone could be NFL stars and track stars. So just your babies are $1 million babies. Like if you have kids, if they sat down and said, let's use this God-given talent, let's have a flock of 8 kids, those kids could go make millions of dollars for the family. That's $1 billion move, just the kids, because you have special kids. These are superhero children. I mean, really, you can't. Sprinting is genetic, in case you don't know. In case you don't know this, you can't train yourself to run 9.79 in the 100-meter dash like Christian Coleman can. There's no amount of training my ass could ever do to run that fast. You have to have the genetics. Only African American people and Jamaican people tend to have those genetics. There's a couple out there, in maybe in Africa. There's a couple like Letsile Tobogo and people like that. But so Africans, Jamaicans, or really anybody rooted in Africa, you don't really see Europeans run that fast. You don't. Maybe they've had a couple of Chinese guys that are kind of fast, but if you ever go watch the Olympic final of the men or women's 100-meter dash, you will almost always see 100% black people in that race because we've got the genetics. So long story short, um, when you allow your trauma to take over and make decisions for you, it's like driving a car, and your trauma is going to wreck the car. Right? Your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, your part of your brain that you've used for meditation and reflection and goal setting, that's going to drive the car carefully and get you safely to your destination. The limbic system, the parts of you that gets triggered because something that just happened brings out some sort of horrible childhood memory. That's the part of you that's going to take that car, swerve it off the road, and drive it right off the side of the mountain. So the question then becomes for you, and everybody has to answer this question for themselves. Which part of me is going to be making the executive